Hello everyone, welcome back to another developer's vlog of Snally's Mobs, and today's vlog is gonna be the 0.3 beta update featuring the squonk and some, well, just a squonk. I'll explain a little bit further in details after I showcase the squonk. So yeah, oops, that was the wrong one. Oopsie, I sometimes forget how which buttons to press on Minecraft. So, as I shown last of our vlogs, this is the squonk, a skittish little pig variant that's always sad looking because that's just kind of how the squonk is. It finds itself pretty ugly, so it's really upset about that. So, the squonk is a very skittish mob. So if I should go in survival here real quick, you'll be like, oh no, I'm running away from you. So, but if we sneak with berries, or, have berries, he'll come to us, and then boom, 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 it's all tamed up, and then he should be following us, I think, yeah. So, yeah, pretty simple, normal tame, and then we can tell him to do this. So, whenever the squonk is sitting, you have this feature, so, this right here, if you set him to wander, you won't get it. So, in order to access this one, you'll need to have the squonk to sit, but this is its thing. So the squonk, because it's a skittish creature and it doesn't want anything to see its face, it can detect mobs for you. So if we want to click animal, boom. As you can see, in a pretty decently sized radius, the squonk will detect all nearby animal mobs. So we're also, we need to go probably in creative here real quick. For some of them. Alright, so we'll also spawn a creeper. As you can see, the creeper's not being revealed, and if you want to, you can always reset it, so no longer the mobs being revealed. You can select monster, and as you can see, all monster mobs will be revealed, even the ones down in caves. So there we go, and then we're going to reset. Now we have player, and this will actually only work on players that the squonk is not tamed to. And obviously, since I'm playing on single player, can't really do that. But trust me, it should work. So, yeah. And then you can always click reset. I believe you can actually have both of these open if you want. Yeah, so you can have this all three of these selected, or if you just only want one of them, you can just select one of them. So that's pretty much what the squonk can do, and if you really want to, you shift right click on him and you can make your squonk happy. If you don't want a sad looking creature, just shift right click with him, and as you see, he'll be happy for 20 minutes until you have to shift right click him again. So yeah, so that's pretty much the squonk and all it can do. This creature is a very rare one that can be found in all of the forest biomes, I believe. I think the only ones that I didn't include are like swamps, and and it does make sense for this guy to be there. But yeah, that's the squonk. So one feature I was going to introduce for this update was the tapes, which would be pretty much a way for you to understand these mobs and whatnot, instead of maybe have to look back through these developers' vlogs or updates and read all that stuff. So that's been a little bit pushed back for next update. I'll be honest, I'm being very picky about it, and that's kind of why I've delayed it, because I have all the recordings, and it wouldn't take too long to put them in the whole mod. It's just that I'm trying to go through filters to make it sound good, like it's its own tape and whatnot, but nothing's really jumping at me that I like. So that's why it's kind of being delayed, but don't worry. Whenever it does arrive, we'll have a bunch of tapes. So yeah, majority of the mobs in this mod will be, will have their tapes, and you can understand what they are. So yeah. Also, technically in this update, the Megalodon's technically in it, but I don't think I have it to spawn. If I do, then whoopsie me. But it pretty much can't do really anything, so can't really tame it and stuff. But yeah, Megalodon update is being worked on. Hopefully, I'm hoping somewhere September. It's not going to be a very complex creature to make, but also I'm going to be trying to work through the tapes and stuff, and I think I'm going to introduce some more things with the next update. So we'll see about that. But there's one thing I want to introduce you all to, and it's just a little thing I want to do just for the fun for it. So I am going to set up a thing called download creature goals, pretty much. So if my mod receives how many so downloads, and then the next creature is going to be worked on. So I'll say at 1K, which is what I actually have it set, I'll explain how it works real quick. So if this mod reaches 1K downloads, which would be amazing, so if you all do that, I greatly appreciate it and thank you very much. The creature would be the Spinosaurus, and normally how I determine what creature gets worked on is kind of a random wheel. I'm gonna be honest. I have usually a set of 20 mobs of creatures, either prehistoric, fantasy-based, or real-world, and then I kind of just spin it, and then whatever lands on it is the thing that gets worked on, and then I figure out a concept and stuff like that. So technically the Spinosaurus is still in that wheel, so at some point if ever gets land on it, it'll get swapped out. But if the Spinosaurus, let's just say we get the 1K goal, then if, like, right now I'm working on the Megalodon, the next creature will be the Spinosaurus. So that's how it's going to work. So whatever creature I'm working on currently, when we reach those goals, will be the next mob after. So yeah, there'll be a total of 4 goals I currently have. I have 1K, I have a 5K goal, a 10K, and a 50K goal. And if we somehow even reach that, that'll be amazing and greatly appreciated. So that is all that. One last thing I do want to mention is that technically the Megalodon was planned to be the last mob added for the beta before that we go into the official release. That has been slightly changed. I am adding one more creature or mob into the beta, so hopefully you all enjoy. I think I'm really excited to work on it because it's actually one of my I'll say without spoiling what it is, it's one of my favorite cryptids. So I'm definitely excited to work on it. I really like the concept I came up with it. So that creature will be worked on. But yeah, that is all for today's developers vlog, and I hope you enjoy. And be sure to check out the 0.3 update. It should be either released later today or tomorrow. I might do a couple more tweaks to it before I actually have it out. I just want to make sure it's at least okay and everything. Just make sure everything's good. But yeah, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, and have a good one.